Okay, this is going to be a little mini clip on how to use the NiceRink brackets with plywood, or you can use other wood as well. We're going to be using 3/4 inch CDX plywood today, so we're going to show you how to set that up. This is an alternative installation method as compared to the NiceRink plastic boards. So what you want to do is, again, you want to get your paint line strung out. If you watch the regular video, a lot of this has already been covered, but we're just going to go over the board installation today. Get your paint line all done out. Get your boards lined up, get your brackets set, and then what you want to do is for the wood boards, you can start right at the corner. So this is our corner here. I'm going to actually take this out because I don't need it any longer. And on the orange paint line here, the first bracket, again, front stake goes on the paint line, and you're going to bring it in just slightly in so that you have room for this other board to come in here. So we're going to stick this right about there. We're going to get that lined up. Take your first board, go ahead and stick that in the bracket, lean them forward, pull them back, they slide right in. Super easy. And then you come over to the next bracket, and you just want to come about in the middle of the board. Make sure your board's lined up on the corner, right there. Come about in the middle of the board, which is going to be about right here. I just take the board out, push it forward, get out of my way. Get your front stake on the paint line, get square. And then to find out where your last bracket's going to go, you actually need to put the board back in. So again, set the board on the edge of the lips here, tip it forward, slides right in. And again, you got to make sure you get it to the end. So we're good on the end there. Now on this last one, you're going to share this bracket between this board and this board. So it's actually going to go halfway in between. You want this bracket to split here and lay right in there. So what you're going to do again is just mark the end of your board here. I'm just going to push this one out of the way. Get that lined up, set it in place. Bring this board back over. You might have to take it out. This one's lined up nice and straight. Get that lined up, half and half. Half in the bracket, half out of the bracket. Now your next board, very simple, it's going to go in the other half of the bracket and line it up. So that's about it. You basically do that. You go ahead and get your next bracket in the middle here, put your next bracket on the end again, and you should be all set. So that's very simple. Okay, so here's where we started our board. We go all the way around and we come around to the other side, and then this is where we end the board. Now when you come to the end of the board, I've already got the brackets in over there, but what you want to try to do is get this board as close as possible to match right up with this corner. That would be ideal right there. Now, does it always happen? No, usually you end up with a little bit extra hanging out here, or you might end up a little short. Oop, hitting the bracket over there. You might end up a little short, such as this. So if you end up a little short, it's not a big deal. Just cut a little piece of wood and put it right in there. If you end up over, cut it off. So what we're going to do is, since I've got this pretty well set right now, I'm just going to push this to the side. Again, I'm going to put my point of my bracket on here because right now you can see it's in the way of the board. It won't fit. But when you push it in, it's going to slide backward, remember. So we want to definitely get that right on the paint line, close as possible. And you can see how that's nice and lined up in there now. So you can just go ahead and pull your last board right over. Bring it nice and tight. So that's how you get your corner nice and tight there. And You know, like I said, if you have not enough, just add a piece. If you have extra, go ahead and cut it off. Okay, so on the NiceRink brackets, after you get them installed, the U-channel is going to hold your board in place, okay? But this is a short U-channel versus the back big piece is going to help support the board better. What this does is it helps holds the board from flipping in. Now, it's a short piece because it can't be in the way of the water. So what happens is if you get a tall board, the board can actually still move a little bit. They're designed to hold them in place, but if you want it more secure, you can take a drill with a Phillips head tip in it. Take some short screws, just little, these are 5/8, and go ahead and just put it right in the back of the bracket. So what you want to do is just take this is a self-tapping screw, so you just kind of stick it in the plastic there, get it going, hold the board tight against the bracket, and that locks it in place. So I would recommend doing that on each one. The following years you won't have to drill through the bracket with the screws because there'll already be holes in there. But it's just a good idea to do this so that everything's locked in place nice and solid. Just snug, that's all you want it. And then when you come up to the bracket that shares two, you want to put a screw on each board so that each one is attached, because if you put it in the middle, they're going to be loose. So you hit one on one side, snug, and then get the other side, get the other board. That helps it all snug. Now when you push on the board, it's solid both ways, it's not going to move, and you've got plenty of support for deep water here. Perfect design. So have fun with it.